Here we have 2 tomatoes. How can we tell the difference? On appearance, they're very similar, but the story, their journey to our tables is very different. On the left is from Greengate Farms, a USDA-certified organic farm here in Austin that provides good food to over 200 families. On the right, I think it's from Mexico. I don't know who harvested it, and I'm not sure the distance it traveled to reach me. There's a hidden story behind our food, and we've lost the connection to where our food comes from. My name is Adam Smith, and I'm co-founder and director of Kakaxi. Our goal is to revive the lost relationship between farmers and consumers. Kakaxi is a social farming platform that uses a smart farm monitoring device and mobile app to provide a gateway to the farm. Users can enjoy sharing photos and recipes and appreciate their food more because they know where it comes from. And farmers can be empowered and encouraged by seeing how their work is transformed into dishes to be enjoyed. The device provides a gateway to the farm. Through time-lapse video, we can know the seed-to-harvest story of our food that's typically lost, as well as collects weather data such as temperature, day length, humidity, and rainfall. The device is solar-powered and connected by 3G. And our business model is it's going to be provided to farms for free. Our revenue model is going to be charged to the consumer. Initially, we're working on community-supported agriculture programs, which is a model that's in the US that's been around since the 80s, where individuals in a community will subscribe to a farm directly and receive a weekly share of the produce. So there's about 6,000 of these CSA farms in the US, and right now, 98% of them are using email as a primary form of communication. By starting with this angle, we're going to be able to establish a healthy revenue model while we develop other avenues of our business, including farmers markets, larger food distributors, and online grocers. Our team is composed of an international team of expert marketers, researchers, and entrepreneurs. We've had the first prototypes in production, and here in Texas and in Canada, and the second round of prototypes has just arrived this week that we will test for the next 10 weeks up until the first quarter, where we will raise a series round to mass produce the devices and distribute them to our partner farms throughout the US. I envision a future where individuals or communities are connected by those who eat and those who make. Using the Kakaxi platform, we are bringing the story of food to the table and empowering those that are farming and doing it in a good way. This is an older presentation, so I think I had to wing it for a little bit.
Questions for Adam?
Where are you deploying these pilot devices, and how is your scale-up plan? How are you getting that network of
Right,
farms?
so I mentioned we're focusing on CSA farms. We're working with Greengate Farms here in Austin, and as well as a farm in Nacogdoches called Appleby Community Farm. And we also have farms in Toronto and Montreal with McGill University and Ryerson University, and we're piloting sort of a media, sort of bringing that media to their cafeterias, because there's only so many things that the cafeteria can do to promote themselves to the students, and we think that information is important, and that consumers are willing to pay 10 to 15% more for having information on the people and the place of where their food's coming from. Addition to the time-lapse footage of seeing where your salad is when you're actually making it. It's compelling.
Have you looked at any other verticals that you could use this in, within agriculture itself? I'm not totally convinced that the community-supported agriculture will spend the money on this if you want the consumers to absorb the cost, so I'm just curious.
So I'll address the CSA, and then I'll talk about the other verticals. So the CSA, there are around 6,000 CSA farms in the US, average around 212 members per farm. Those individuals spend around $450 a season to subscribe. So we're talking about a $2 a month fee charged on top of that through the farm. So the consumer is probably not going to even know that they're paying for it to benefit from recipe sharing. A lot of times people complain, I get so much kale and I'm not sure how to prepare it. Recipe sharing, seeing how their food is growing and having that information to share with their family. as well as we're using local chefs to curate CSA content. So that has value, and so we're adding value on top of a market that is large and largely untapped.
So are you looking to sell to the consumer or to the farm initially?
So initially, we're providing the devices to the farms for free. And so when we look at the kind of agriculture we want to support, small-scale farmers are motivated mostly by the ability to connect with customers and retain the ones that they have. And we think that it comes from empathy, which comes from personal communication. So other angles are large food distributors, such as Compass Group is a potential, we're doing a pilot program with them, working in the cafeterias, as well as Whole Foods, adding a new level of transparency to their scale. And also other supermarkets and farmers markets are also in the mix. It's just as most obvious with the CSA.
Is this globally scalable? That is there a big CSA appetite outside of the U.S.?
Well, we're certainly, there is. The U.S. is a prime market for it just because of the number of farms, but we have an international team based in Japan, and so we're looking to export that there as well to build the model.
Great. Thank you, Adam.
Yeah.